Hi, everybody, and welcome. Hi, Enid. Hi, Ryan. Good to be with you on Fridays. And hello to the other people who've joined us today. Feel free to say hi in the chat if you can figure out where the chat is. And if not, you can just psychically say hello. So if you don't know, today's meditation is on suffering and also the end of suffering. And I thought we could take a moment to think about the time when we first came into meditation. Like why we arrived to meditation and to a Sangha. There's often a reason why we started meditation. For me, I was heartbroken and I wanted some respite and refuge from that painful feeling. So often the reason why we started down this path is that we are suffering. It's human. We all are suffering sometimes. And we came to Sangha, a lot of us, to find a remedy for suffering. But in good news, the Buddha said there is suffering and there is an end to suffering. So suffering in Pali is called dukkha. And this is translated as suffering or not subject to control, things outside of our control, things that are painful, unsatisfactory, unstable, unreliable, stressful, distressful, dis-ease, or frustration. So a whole lot of things that we don't like so much. But individually and collectively, we can bring compassion and loving kindness to all the suffering in ourselves, in our own bodies and hearts, and towards others. And that can create change. So suffering or dukkha is one of the three characteristics of existence. So we can't really avoid it. And then in the next coming weeks, we're going to work with the other two characteristics of existence, which are impermanence, all things being impermanent, and also not self, which is more complicated. So I'll get my teachers to help me with that one. So things in the world are getting more intense, as you may have noticed with COVID, with the fires, with racism, a lot of things. And it's understandable that you, during these times, have wanted to shut down your own heart. But we have the choice every day to open our hearts to our own suffering and the suffering of others. But we can also connect to the good around us, to the caring, the goodwill that humans show, and we can nourish ourselves with that. And maybe just take a moment to think of a beautiful, caring act you've seen lately, or maybe you yourself have done. Maybe in your friends, family, or community. So let's practice today to avoid contact with suffering, but to feel as much as we can, keeping our heart open as much as we can. And not to cut ourselves off from our own goodness. And we can work with our reactions to ignorance, which is sometimes around us, and create skillful reactions full of kindness and compassion. And that in itself can work towards justice. So let's get comfortable. Make sure you have some cushions, blankets, you're in a comfortable position, laying down or standing, sitting. And we'll start the meditation. Letting ourselves be intimate with the sensations of the body. And find the ordinary rhythm of breathing in and out. And using the sensations of the body or the breath as anchors to ground yourself for today. Releasing and allowing all. Relaxed and alert at the same time. The body is a place to train in present moment awareness. It's like this now. Body and mind softening and relaxing. Right now, are we alone? Do we feel alone? Do we feel separated from people? Breathing in deep awareness, we know we are all deeply connected to each other. And if we forgot, we can remember that COVID connects us right now, in this disease and fear and suffering. We can also connect to the potential for joy in our hearts. We all wish for this. And we can feel into the goodness in our hearts. And think of how we can express this in our lives. All humans feel fear and joy. We're on the same journey. But we can only walk our own journey. We can only breathe our own breath. We can really only understand our own fears and anger. But we can know that every human being suffers. We all are born. We grow. We get sick. We get old. And one day we will all disappear. Our bodies will disappear. Thinking back on why we came to meditation. What was our history? knowing, understanding, and realizing our suffering. And we take a big breath in and open our hearts. Being at ease with all the sensations that arise. Maybe our history brings up sensations. Tasting any pain, any aversion. And any craving for pleasure that may arise. Between our thoughts, there is a silence, a stillness, a respite from suffering. And feeling the stillness with the body. How is your body? Does anything feel uncomfortable, painful? Can we accept that, or do we want to change it? Is there any contraction in that area? Feeling into the sensations. Are they throbbing, pulsing, burning? Experiencing things as they are. No need to add a story or fear, judgment. Just let the body be exactly how it is. Can we breathe relaxation into that area? We offer a sense of gratitude to however the body is right now. We are alive. Maybe there's difficulty in our mind today or body, and we just are with that courageously. And we look for a place in the body maybe where there's a sense of well-being. We can brighten the mind with things we are grateful for. And rest in that vast space of freedom, spaciousness. Here and now, can have freedom from yesterday, from plans in the future, Just be here now. Our whole energy opens to this breath. Softening, calming, disarming ourselves from any grudges or resentments, from ideas about others or fear about their ideas of us. And see if you can feel into that gentle silence between thoughts. Resting in the breath. Connecting to that beautiful field of energy all around us, between us. The power of loving kindness in our hearts, stronger than any virus or disease. Limitless, boundless, and healing. The deeper we enter into this field of energy, the greater our sense of blessing. We can share this energy with others. When our mind is small, stuck in contractions around wanting, holding, craving, clinging, we have the choice to open and to become free from that. And loving, we have that choice. We offer ourselves that choice. And we can keep working this way, never giving up. Feeling into this truth, abiding in that. Notice how the world pulls at our edges of consciousness, urging us away from our center. But we can breathe deep into our middle, centering in the core of our being. And the movement of breath runs the thread of all of our lives. We honor it, breathing into our bellies. It offers us the knowing of the way to our freedom from suffering. Our practice is expanding, developing, maturing. It is all embracing in harmony with the truth. And that brings us to the end of the meditation today. I hope that you can meet suffering with more ease through this day and the weeks ahead. And next week, we will be looking at impermanence and sitting with impermanence. And that also can be difficult, as sometimes we like things to be the same all the time, but we know they cannot be. So thanks for joining me today. There's some links below if you want to donate to anything. So I'm not accepting Dana, and I hope to see you here next week. I wish you ease. Bye, everybody.